What's going on, y'all? This is part 2 of the 2020 wrap-up. Part 1 dropped last month. You know the vibes. You know what I'm talking about already. So let's get into it. One of the best shoes of the year finally released. Dior Air Jordan 1s. There are only 8,500 pairs of highs priced at $2,200 each and 4,700 pairs of lows priced at $2,000. My pocket saw those prices though. They were like,
I didn't know I came here to be disrespected.
That apparently didn't matter to anybody else though, because 5 million people tried to copy.
What?
They really did their thing on this release though, as far as the backstory and showing how they were made and all that. There's a lot of documentation online, so you should check it out if you have a chance. Jordan kept killing it too. They dropped the off-white 4s, making them a women's release, the sizing and all. They even did a shock drop on sneakers just for women. And shouts out to the ladies that be out here rocking kicks too, man. We appreciate you. As far as donations and benefits for racial injustice, the sneaker community said,
I think we ain't done yet.
You personally,
I think we ain't done yet.
Marcus.
Concepts out of Boston kept it going by raffling 4 different pairs of their highly coveted SBs to raise money for different charities. And then in a brand new collab, New Balance linked with Jaden Smith to drop the Vision Racer, which ended up being a hit and continue that chunky soled shoe trend. Zendaya rocked the yellow ones in her Elle magazine cover shoot, and it sent them straight to the top. As far as the dunks for this month though, Nike kept killing it with the Grateful Dead SBs in 3 different colorways and the ACG SBs. Now on to August. No entanglement though. Since the passing of one of the greatest to ever do it, everybody always wondered if Nike was going to do anything to commemorate Kobe Bryant, and they did. They called it Mamba Week. They started it the week of August 24th to represent the 2 numbers that he wore in the league. This was the whole lineup that they had for the week, and nobody I even knew was able to get anything. It's like the bots almost pulled up on us after every release like this.
Stupid, I'm not gonna let you get the chance.
Hey man, look at this.
No! No! No!
I had to watch that in August of 2020. That's Airy, or Burberry Airy as they know him on Instagram, aka Eric Ortega, skating the bread off-white 4. And I want those bad. In other news though, 2 of the biggest sneaker customizers came up in the month of August. Dominic Ciambrone, aka the Shoe Surgeon, he's known for some of the nicest sole and material swaps in the sneaker game. He teamed up with Reebok and held an online workshop for those who wanted to learn how to customize sneakers. And then Dan Gamache, you might know him as Mosh Customs. He's dropped some of the craziest customs for regular and famous people alike. He dropped his own sneaker called the Centralia, which retailed for $300. Now some of the biggest news this month that nobody expected is when Wex left Adidas. Yup, John Wexler, a pivotal figure at Adidas and Yeezy. He left the brand after being with them for 18 years. Now, unfortunately, some of the same old is still happening in the month of August 2020. Jacob Blake was shot and seriously injured at the hands of police, and the sneaker community was not having it. They went straight to social media to express their feelings about the whole situation. It's like it never stops. As far as the dunks for this month, we got the color-changing Civilis, Metacoms, Sashikos, and the Sambas. Alright y'all, fall's upon us. Let's head to September. A lot of y'all remember when Nelly was rapping about Air Force Ones, but he switched it up on Dancing with the Stars. Boy been rocking J's, but not just regular J's, dancing J's with a heel on. I ain't gonna cap, everybody was like,
Jesus Christ,
when they seen him. In other news though, Adidas ended up dropping a Star Wars pack in September of 2020. And with Mando being fire hot right now, couldn't have come at a better time. And do y'all remember the Flom SB Dunks from 2005? Well, those sold for 63 bands in September. Speaking of shoes selling for the high, Josh Luber left StockX to pursue interests outside of the company, which sounds like cap, but what do I know? Bloody Osiris also showed off some unreleased colors of the Travis 6s, and not only do the soles glow, but the tongue does too. No word on any release of those though. And the dunks for September of 2020 are the Chicagos, Doremons, Atlas, Instant Skateboards, the Pro Green Highs, Community Gardens, and the Michigans. Now let's go to October. This guy, Warren Lotus, got sued by Nike for this. It was a whole thing that I talk about in episode 5. I'll link that above. Apparently they reached a settlement in December of 2020 though. Adidas made it known in October that it's trying to sell off Reebok, stating that its revenues have fallen 42%. But also in December of 2020, I heard that Master P and Baron Davis are trying to cop the company. So this should be interesting. Our Vice President, Kamala Harris, went on Complex's sneaker shopping when she was still a senator. Yeah, she was trying to get her votes up, but she really be out here in Timbs and Chucks on a regular basis. I know them ain't the construct Timbs y'all really like to see, but I'm gonna give her a pass though. She didn't do the customary ball out at the end of the episode though. Instead, she donated 21 pairs of Chucks that Social Status collabed on with Nina Chanel. LaMelo Ball signed to Puma, but no word on if he's getting his own shoe just yet. And Nike's yearly collab with Dornberger Children's Hospital has been delayed because of the Rona. It looks like they're going to drop it in spring 2021, depending on the conditions. Travis Scott is in the news again because he popped up with some alternate versions of his Jordan 1s. Nike also took note that dunks were super popular in 2020, and they dropped a 6-part documentary on sneakers. Speaking of, this month they dropped the Inverted Celtics and the Craters. Now let's go to November. Some of the biggest sneaker news came in November of 2020 with Steph Curry getting his own brand with Under Armour. You know how Jordan has his own brand under Nike? Just like that. He even has his own logo now. It'll look way better on his shoes than that ugly UA logo. Now he just gotta get better looking shoes. Travis Scott back at it again. This time it's some dunks in a collab with PlayStation. But you can't get these through the traditional sneakers drop or by carting them fast on a website. There's only 5 pairs to be raffled off on shoptravisScott.com. Nonetheless, Twitter had a field day with that. Cardi B collabed with Reebok and dropped 3 pairs of Club C's with some chunky tooling. And Ronnie Feig from Kith dropped the palette on Black Friday, which was a total of 30 tonal colored Asics Gel Light 5s. Also, 2 very popular sneaker boutiques, Atmos and Ubik, merged to form Atmos USA. Speaking of Atmos, they dropped a pair of SBs this month, along with the Turdunkins by Concepts, Cactus Plant Flea Markets, Pure Platinum, the Veneers, and the Ceramics. Rounded off the dunks for November of 2020. It's officially winter, so let's slide to December. The last month of 2020, and Adidas is pulling up like this. I say this because Kid Cudi dropped his first shoe with the brand, the Vatoam 326s. Trae Young announced that he's getting his own Adidas shoe. And Mr. I Look Like How Jesus Really Looked, the creator of Fear of God, Jerry Lorenzo, announced a long-term partnership with the brand. So Adidas is really turning up at the end of 2020. And with Jordan 1 still being the most popular Jordan right now, they announced the convertible Air Jordan 1s, actually called the Air Jordan 1 Switch. These come after CP3 cut his Shattered Backboard 3.0s back in October of 2019. Everybody was kind of like,
no. Well,
because they low-key slid. Then people started doing it. Fast forward to December of 2020, they dropped pictures of this. Not gonna lie, even though the colorway is fire, they remind me of these. They're supposed to be coming out sometime in 2021. And if you're familiar with Nike's Tom Sachs family, in December of 2020, he gave you a chance to wear test his Mars Yard 2.5s by doing this. And Salehi Bembury, you might remember when I talked about him in episode 5. Well, he was named Footwear Designer of the Year. He also left Versace to pursue new opportunities in 2021. So give it up for him. And eBay is really pushing their new sneaker authentication program. The place where you used to be able to get your fake SpongeBob J's from now authenticates any shoe that sells for over $100, new or used. And when people saying they got fakes from StockX before, this is really good news. As far as the dunks for December, Nike dropped the Habibis, Sean Clivers, Varsity Purple Highs, and the Varsity Mazes. And that's your sneaker wrap up for 2020. Alright, I can't get out of here without letting y'all know what my top 10 sneakers were for 2020. I did my list a little bit different, as you can see. I have my top 5 dunks since they ruled the world, and then I have my top 5 other sneakers. So for the dunks, we're going to start with the Civilist at number 5, the Travis Scott PlayStation collab at number 4. Did anybody even win? I ain't seen any pictures. Number 3, I have the Spectrum SBs. Number 2, I have the Travis Scott SBs. And number 1 is a no-brainer, the Chunky Dunkies. Now for the regular sneakers, we have the Huarache DNAs, the Royal Blue colorway, Tom & Jerry Insta Pumps at number 4, the Air Max 3s, the Air Max 90s at number 3, the Off-White 4s at number 2, and the Dior 1s at number 1. Now I know y'all ready for this video to be over, but y'all gotta know what's coming out, right? So let's get to these release dates. On February 17th, apparently these got pushed back because I talked about them before, but the PSG Air Jordan 1 Zoom Comforts are dropping. On February 18th, Hot Ones is collabing with Reebok again to drop 2 more pairs for their collab. You got a Reebok Question and a Reebok Classic Leather. Then Nike is dropping the Nike Air Total Max Up-Tempo in the Bread colorway, and Nike is dropping their new Air Max Hybrid shoe, the Nike Vapor Max Evo, in a white base colorway and a What the colorway. Then Nike has more Dunk Lows coming. They got a Coast colorway, a Hyper Cobalt colorway, and the UNLV colorway. Then a personal favorite for mine, the Stussy Nike Air Huarache collab is dropping again in the Desert Oak colorway. Then on February 19th, Jordan is dropping the High OG Silver Toes, and they're dropping the Low Metallic Silvers. Nike is dropping the Kyrie 7s in the Navy colorway, and more OG Huaraches are dropping. The Scream Greens are coming back. Then Nike is collabing with Undercover again to drop 3 colorways of the ISPA Overbreaks. They got one in black, they got one in cream, and then they got one in black and cream with some red accents. Then Beyonce's collab with Adidas, Ivy Park, is dropping another collect called Icy Park. This time, they have an Ultra Boost, a super sleek shoe with a thick sole, a super sleek boot with thick sole, a Forum Mid in white, and then a Forum Mid in all 3M. That's reflective for those that don't know. On February 25th, Nike is dropping the Dunk Low SP in the College Navy colorway, but this is set to only be a Europe/Asia release, so if you're trying to get them, make sure you're looking out on those websites. But these are some dunks you can get in the States. You got the Vast Gray Highs and the Women's Football Gray Highs. Then on February 26th, they're dropping the Air Jordan 1 Zoom Comfort London, and then they're dropping the Air Jordan 1 Mid LX Opti Yellow. Then Nike is dropping the Air Max City Pack that has a Chicago Air Max 90, a New York City Air Max 95, a Los Angeles Air Max 97, and an Atlanta Vapor Max. Then Nike is trying to reduce its carbon footprint by dropping the Cosmic Unity in the Green Glow colorway. This shoe is made of 25% recycled material. On February 27th, Yeezy's dropping the 350 V2s in the Ash Blue colorway. Air Jordan's dropping the Topaz 4s. That's the closest you're going to get to them Travis Scott. Nike is dropping the Air Max 95s De Los Mios for the Dominicans out there. And they also collab with Ready Made to drop a new version of the Nike Blazer in white and in black. Here are some other shoes dropping in February that don't really have a release date, but are said to be coming out this month. So just be on the lookout for them. Alright y'all, I'm about to get up out of here. My bad, I know the video's super long, but I guess I owe y'all since it's late, right? Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Other than that, it's your boy G, and I'm out.